What if foundational Black Americans are born in captivity in America today? After rereading Neely Fuller Jr.'s book, The United Independent Compensatory Code/System/Concept, a textbook workbook for thought, speech, and/or action for victims of racism, white supremacy, Neely Fuller Jr. made a statement that struck me, and I would like to follow this thought process down the rabbit hole to see what this would look like. If every Black person and their lineage born in America is still born in captivity, how would this fundamentally shift my worldview on daily life, social structures, and systemic realities? And here's what I found. The mental framework understanding freedom versus captivity. The current perspective is that many operate under the assumption that all Americans are free and equal, with agency to change their circumstances, thanks to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments of the American Constitution. What if Black people are inherently born in captivity, and these amendments are not being recognized, and Americans are behaving as if the 1857 Dred Scott decision was still the law of the land? If that were the case, this would fundamentally redefine the nature of our existence in America. It means they are navigating a system that was never designed for their liberation, but for their containment, control, and exploitation. Daily navigation surviving within the system. The freedom narrative suggests that the standard American dream is that hard work leads to success. However, from the captivity perspective, Black people are navigating a controlled environment where access to opportunities, wealth, and justice is restricted. Every success is not just an achievement, but an escape attempt that is systematically thwarted. Legal and political implications. If Black people are considered born in captivity, then laws and policies that disproportionately target them, such as policing, incarceration, voter suppression, and housing discrimination, are not accidental but an extension of the captivity system. Resistance would not just be about reform but abolition, dismantling the entire structure that holds Black people in captivity. Wages, wealth accumulation, and property ownership would be seen as controlled assets rather than earned freedoms. Black labor, whether in the workplace, entertainment, or sports, would be re-examined as exploitation within a captive system. Cultural and psychological shifts. Survival over thriving. If captivity is acknowledged, then the struggles of Black people in America would not be attributed to personal failings but to systemic constraints. Intergenerational trauma as captive conditioning. The psychological effects of being born into a system designed to suppress agency would be understood not as individual issues like depression, PTSD, or hypervigilance, but as symptoms of living in captivity. Worldview for other communities. White America's perspective. If captivity is acknowledged, white Americans must recognize they benefit from an infrastructure of controlled Black existence rather than an equal society. Global perspective. The United States would be seen not as a beacon of freedom, but as a nation sustaining a centuries-old caste system. African nations in the global South might reframe their alliances with Black Americans as liberatory rather than assimilationist. The ultimate question: if captivity is acknowledged, what comes next? If America recognizes Black people as being born in captivity, it forces a reckoning. Does the system double down, ensuring the continued containment of Black lives, or does it face a moral, economic, and political transformation that demands true liberation? This perspective would change not only how Black people see themselves, but how the world sees Black people in America. It forces a reevaluation of power, agency, and what freedom truly means. If you heard anything interesting to you, please leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us until reparations comes.